Hello guys, how you all doing? So this is the climb to the Mambilla Plateau, Gembu specifically. Gembu is at the top of the Mambilla Plateau, and it's one of the highest cities in Nigeria. Not the highest, it's one of the highest cities. So we arranged a trip, all GSs, to this destination. Now, if you're a rider or you're a biker, I don't know how you call yourself, and you haven't been here, bros or babe, you're still learning. This is 120 kilometers of climb. 120 kilometers of climb. And it's first gear, second gear affair, all the way to the top. Nowhere to catch your breath. So you might look at it and say, this is easy now, it's in there. Your stamina is tested, your skill is tested, your bike is tested, your patience is tested. See all these turns on gravel. If you're not used to it, bros, you go collect. And a lot of people collected. Collection is a normal thing in these sort of trips. And these are all GSCs. I was on that trip. The People's General was on that trip. Dedayo was on the trip with the best bike for the business. He had a 1300 GS, very light, and he had Caru 4s, 50-50 tires that is suited for this sort of ride. And then we had T-Dog, then we had Obi-Wan, and who else was on that trip? I remember. Okay, so we all did this trip. I think this is my fifth or sixth climb to the Mambilla Plateau, and I thoroughly enjoyed each time. So like I said, if you haven't been here, you have to try and come. This is the Mecca of adventure motorcycling, especially in Nigeria. It's a difficult climb, but when you get there, you are rewarded by a fantastic scenery that you won't believe is Nigeria. Serene, calm, natural, you know, it's fantastic. This is one of the places that this country would have developed for tourism, but you know, we're not bothered with things like this. So back onto the climb. Yeah, so as you can see, it's a first gear, second gear thing, and you have to generally stand all the time. So if you have a bike that you can't stand on, you're gonna have a problem with this sort of ride, because you have to stand almost all the time. You only sit down to catch your breath and then go back up so you can maneuver this slightly difficult, not terrible climb, slightly difficult. Now it becomes horrible when it's wet, because it's all slippery and all muddy, and the fun is multiplied by 10. I've done it one time in the rain, and I thoroughly loved it. So, like I said, we're all GSCs. If other bikes can do this, it depends on who is sitting on it. And I will advise anybody who rides to come up here. It's a fantastic destination. Fantastic destination. By the time we start getting close to the top, the scenery will change. The weather will change. The temperature will change. Everything becomes quiet and normal. No noise, no external anything. It's all nature at its best. So, like I said, you have to come here. You have to come here. Forget about collecting. You go to collect. When you collect, you stand up, pick up your bike, and carry on. You know. So yeah. Let me allow you guys to sit down, relax, and enjoy the climb up to the Mambilla Plateau. 120 kilometers of this sort of thing. You might think it's easy, but let me not talk too much. I just implore everybody who rides to make sure you have come here, so that when they say, have you been to Gembu? You say, oh yeah, I've been to Gembu 3 times. Me, I've been to Gembu 6 times. So that's it. Sometimes you get in a nice stretch of road like this where you can shift up to the 3rd gear, but before you know it, you're back to the 2nd gear, and sometimes the 1st gear. If you have a 50-50 tire, you stand a better chance of having slightly better grip, but that still won't stop you from collecting if you don't do it well. I went with road tires. The few of us had road tires, and the struggle was more than if we had a 50-50 tire or a pure off-road tire. But the ride before the climb is some 140, 150 kilometers of sweet road. So if you have you have an off-road tire, you're going to struggle, with it before the climb. But once you're climbing, you become comfortable. So it's a balance. It's not more of what tire you have. It's more of the rider. Are you able to manage what you have? Road tire, 50-50, 70-30, 80-20. It doesn't matter. What matters is the skill of the rider, your endurance, because this takes a lot of energy from the rider.
So this is Gembu. Beautiful, beautiful place. Beautiful place.